beginning of New Vegas, but I had to skip ahead a little bit because I can't control the intro music and I can't post the
War.
music from game.
War never changes. When atomic fire consumed the Earth, those who survived did so in great underground vaults. When they opened, their inhabitants ruins of the old world to build new societies, establishing villages, forming tribes. As decades passed, what had been the American Southwest united beneath the flag of the new California Republic, dedicated to old world values of democracy and the rule of law. As the Republic grew, so did its needs. Scouts spread east, seeking territory and wealth in the dry and merciless expanse of the Mojave Desert. They returned with tales of a city untouched by the warheads that had scorched the rest of the world, and a great wall spanning the Colorado River. The NCR mobilized its army and sent it east to occupy Hoover Dam and restore it to working condition. But across the Colorado, another society had arisen under a different flag. A vast army of slaves forged from the conquest of 86 tribes, Caesar's Legion. 4 years have passed since the Republic held the dam, just barely, against the Legion's onslaught. The Legion did not retreat. Across the river, it gathers strength. Campfires burn, training drums beat. Through it all, the New Vegas Strip has stayed open for business, under the control of its mysterious overseer, Mr. House, and his army of rehabilitated tribals and police robots. You are a courier, hired by the Mojave Express to deliver a package to the New Vegas Strip. What seemed like a simple delivery job has taken a turn for the worse.
You got what you were after, so pay up.
You're crying in the rain, Pally.
Guess who's waking up over here?
Time to cash out.
Will you get it over with?
Maybe cons kill people without looking them in the face. But I ain't a fink. Dig? You've made your last delivery, kid. Sorry you got twisted up in this scene. From where you're kneeling must seem like an 18-carat run of bad luck. Truth is, the game was rigged from the start.
Rest in peace, Mr. Perry. You're gonna be missed. You will always be Miss Chenandler Bong. It's depressing to think about Matthew Perry with all that he's done, especially
You're
for the
awake?
game.
How about that?
True friends.
Whoa, easy there, easy. You've been out cold a couple of days now. Why don't you just relax a second? Get your bearings. Let's see what the damage is. How about your name? Can you tell me your name?
Esther Zero.
I can't say it's what I'd have picked for you, but if that's your name, that's your name. I'm Doc Mitchell.
Yep.
Welcome to Goodsprings. Now, I hope
Thank
you
you.
don't mind, but I had to go rooting around there in your noggin to pull all the bits of lead out. I take pride in my needlework, but you'd better tell me if I left anything out of place. How'd I do?
Okay, so boy or girl? Esther has decided that we will be a female. In fact, as with Fallout games, me and Esther play these ones a little bit weird, kind of like with Village. And it's more or less, I do all the fighting and the major decision making, and she makes sure to loot everything that I approve of. And this is another one of those aspects, because she's going to end up having to create our character, because I'm not allowed to. So here she is for a few minutes. Go ahead, tell them how the character's going to work.
Hello. We're going to do a female. Caucasian. That perfectly fine with you? Do blue eyes. Trying to see what that is. Does it look like it's changing?
Remember, this game was made in the 2000s. Some things you
Yeah.
gotta be able to really look at to see.
You're blocking my way. Let's see. Honestly, I'm fine with how she looks. Just kind of want to change everything else. And there we go. Sorry about that. What you think? Fairly blue? Well, there you go, you guys. Blue eyes, blue hair. You sure for this? Okay.
Well, I got most of it right anyway. Stuff that mattered. Okay.
I'll let you guys
No
go
sense
back
keeping
to
you in
zero.
bed anymore. Let's see if we can get you on your feet.
Welcome back.
Good.
Blue.
Why don't you walk down to the end of the room, over by that vigor tester machine there. Take it slow now. It ain't a race.
Blue. Actually, never mind. Pick up everything. It's not nailed down. She's gonna be so mad at me for this. Take Doctor's bag. I don't have a repair skill yet. Take Sunsen sarsaparillas. Science 25 or greater. Hot plate. I'm only doing this now because I know that here in just a few minutes I'm not going to be allowed to. So
Go ahead and give the vigor tester a try. We'll learn right quick if you get back all your faculties.
okay. Strength will go for 3. We're a doughy baby. Be a lightweight. Perception will go for an alert coyote. Endurance. Okay, so I need to do a little bit of math. Okay, so special is S-P-E-C-I-A-L. Dun dun. So I'm gonna want 9. So we'll go with 7. Charisma affects barter speech, companion nerve. We'll go for 4. Intelligence we want high. Agility we'll take low. Luck we want high. And this is where it'll be a little more of negotiation. Because I really don't want an agility of 1. That's not optimal. So we'll bring our perception down and our strength down in order to bring our endurance up and our agility up. Now we have a pretty well-balanced character. Let's go ahead and look through the ranks a little bit again. Strength. Adjust your score. It ain't cheating. Strengthen will tell you how easily a cowboy totes his saddle in those bigger firearms, or how much help he's gonna be for you in a saloon brawl. Melee, unarmed, inventory weight, damage, weapon effectiveness. Now we did end up at Doughy Baby anyhow, and Hercules' bigger cousin, yeah. Doomsday Pecs, Circus Strongman, Beach Bully, Barrel-Chested, Average Joe, Lightweight, Doughy Baby, Beach Jellyfish, and Wet Noodle. Those are so silly. They're so silly. We're gonna leave it at Doughy Baby. Perception. A perceptive cowboy always knows when there's a lit stick of dynamite nearby, or when a vermin's sneaking up on him. Varmint. Old West. Eagle with telescope, sniper hawk, monocled falcon, big-eyed tiger, alert coyote, wary trout, unsuspecting trout, squinting newt, senile mole, and deaf bat. Well, I would really like to be able to have a higher perception, but because it affects my explosives, lockpick, energy, weapons, accuracy, compass, and range. Well, compass range, but I'll have to go with the squinting newt. I'm not very perceptive. You can't keep a good cowboy down, not if he's the Endurin type, and not if he's got a 6-shooter the size of Altar Nation, which helps my unarmed health, resistance, and survival. Which, I guess. Unstoppable, bulletproof, flame retardant, tough as nails, hardy, stain resistant, handle with care, do not bend, crumbly, basically dead. Yep. If I was on a board, that'd be the name. So we're gonna stick with 9. It's bulletproof. Charisma, you'll find there are some smooth-talking cowboys out there that got themselves a voice sounds like an angel's harmonica. Helps barter speech and companion nerve. Yeah, cult leader? No. Casanova? Maybe. Definitely. Movie star, diplomat, cheery salesman, substitute teacher, peevish librarian, creepy undertaker, old hermit, and misanthrope. If anybody knows what misanthrope is, please put it down in the comments below, because I have no idea, and I will take that as a general rule of thumb. Intelligence. Definitely the spec that I'm going to want to go for. A smart cowboy's good at most anything, from sucking the poison out of your rattler bite to fixing your broken wagon axle. Yeah, it affects science, repair, medicine, and skill points, which are important. You got omniscient, omniscient, genius, know-it-all, smarty pants, gifted, knowledgeable, knucklehead, cretin, vegetable, and sub-brick. Now, we're not going on what my intelligence level is, but the intelligence level that we have in the game. So instead of being a brick, we're a genius. Complete know-it-all mentality. Agility. When a fella's in a gunfight and shoots the other guy 6 times before they can get off a shot, it's cause the fella is agile. We could walk on water. Acrobatic marvel. Knife catcher. Knife thrower. Cat-like. Under control. Butterfingers. Oaf. Accident-prone. Walking disaster. We're an oaf. Because it affects our guns, sneak, speed, action point regeneration. Really want that to be higher, because I don't want to take forever to trudge through whatever this game has in store for us. But our luck. Some folks claim not to believe in luck, but when they lose in a duel, you'll hear them say, "That lucky son of a gun." And they'll be talking about me, because it affects all skills, crit hits, and enemy mishaps. Two-headed coin flip, 21 leaf clover, leprechaun's foot, lucky 7, stacked deck, coin flip, spilled salt, sickly albatross, broken gypsy mirror, 13 pitch black cats. Well, I don't know what an albatross is, but we're going with a 21 leaf clover because I've never even seen one of those. And our stats do kind of look fine. I'm going to take a point from strength and perception and dump them in agility. So we're weaker in one from agility, 1 from charisma, 1 to strength and perception. So we're 3-3, 9-3, 9-4, 9. Do I want my agility higher than my perception? Strength. Hold on. Let me back up a little bit. I want to reread some of these so that I know where I'm repointing my points, because I need to see strength. What in it exactly does that help? Melee unarmed, inventory weight, damage, weapon effectiveness. Yeah, I don't want to take away from that willy-nilly. Explosives, lockpick, energy weapons, accuracy, compass range. Don't really want to take away from that either. Can't take from endurance. Barter, speech, companion nerve. I could take away from charisma. Science, repair, medicine, skill points. Okay, yeah. Gun, sneak, speed, action point regeneration. So I can do without the charisma. Because money is money, and money's going to happen, and even throughout the game, money's money. We're going to find it. It's going to happen. So we'll dump those 2 points in perception and agility. So we'll be at 3, 4, 9, 1, 9, 5, 9.
Huh.
Sounds good to me.
Must be some frontal lobe damage. Well, we know your
What?
vitals are good. But that don't mean the
What do you
bullet
mean?
didn't leave you nuttered in the bighorn and drop it. What do you say you take a seat in my couch and we go through a couple of questions? See if your dogs are still barking.
Okay. Oh.
All right. I'm gonna say a word. I want you to say the first thing that comes to mind. Dog,